10 nominees for Best Picture. We're going to run through them very quickly before we make our prediction. I will begin, because I don't remember all of them, with True Grit, because that's one of the ones that I, in fact, do remember. Black Swan, 127 Hours, The Fighter, Inception, Kids Are All Right, King's Speech, Social Network, Toy Story 3, Winter's Bone. I think that's it. Okay, Matt, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the King's Speech on this one. I think that's the one that's going to win. Now, do I think it's the most deserving? You know, a lot of people forget Oscar predictions are really about predicting how the Academy is going to vote, and a lot of times politics enter into it. It's not really about always the quality. I have to say King's Speech, I think it's got the momentum. I think it's got all of the pieces the Academy likes. It's a period piece. It's a drama. It's British history. It's got royalty. And it's got somebody overcoming some kind of problem. It's you know, he's got a handicap, and he's overcoming it. And I think that's going to be the winner.
Not many people know this, but 91%, I was just reading this this morning, 91% of members of the Academy are British. I didn't know that.
Or they can do really good fake British accents like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Looking at me like, that guy's an idiot. I think it'll be the King's Speech because I believe in Las Vegas.
That's their slogan, isn't it?
That's right. The odds are overwhelming now for the King's Speech, 1 to 10. You got to bet $100 just to win 10. Or $1,000 to win 100.
Which is so lame. Why is that fun?
Well, first of all, everything's fun, and there's 100 other. If you're not having fun there, please just go to a blackjack table. You'll have fun.
But you can't win any money if it's like 1 to 10. What's the point?
Listen,
just to go, ha ha, I'm right.
If that's the bet you're worried about in Vegas, you shouldn't be.
Well, the idea is that you go there, you're confident, and you bet $10,000, you win $1,000, and it's like money in the bank. What's interesting, and I know I want to get to your prediction because it's very, very, very bold.
Very bold.
Is the way that this changed is that when this whole process began, when the nominations came out, we all thought this was in the bank for Social Network, as the Academy has sort of looked to get sort of younger movies, social media, and it seems sort of young and hip. What won last year?
Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker.
And before that was Slumdog Millionaire.
Right, so we're sort of getting a little hipper, and that it won Golden Globes, it won Broadcast Film Critics, it won LA Film Critics, you guys gave it your award, New York Film Critics, it seemed over. And then all of a sudden it turns with Producers Guild, and the Directors Guild goes with Tom Hooper, Screen Actors Guild, and all of a sudden now there's a prohibitive favorite the other way. So anyway, the big favorite in Vegas is the King's Speech. I'm not bold. I'm not bold at all. So I think the King's Speech will win.
I will, before you get started, because I'm going to interrupt you now.
Please
I will
do.
say that I was talking King's Speech way, way back.
Whatever, dude.
I'm just saying.
Don't make me come over there and shove you.
No.
I'll do it.
And he'll
Bring
do
it. Let's go.
He'll
Let's
do
go.
it. But you know what, though? You said that the King's Speech is the kind of movie that the Academy loves. I would say it's the kind of movie the Academy loved back in 1995.
Right.
I would say it's like vintage kind of old school Miramax, like Shakespeare in Love, like English Patient. And as you say, they could have handed out a checklist at the door when you went and saw it. Like, yep, British royalty. He's got something wrong with him.
Right.
He overcomes
Right.
it.
Right.
And you have two actors here in Colin Firth and Jeffrey Rush who are at the top of their
Right,
game.
and it
They're
helps that
amazing.
you've got Harvey Weinstein behind it.
Right, he knows how to do a campaign,
And it's
right.
doing the classic limited release, gets the nomination, hits really big new release. You know, Social Network hasn't been in theaters for months. This one's back in theaters. Everyone's thinking about it.
I still think this is not that bold of me, really, because I'm going to pick Social Network. I'm not like going on a limb here and saying 127 Hours is going to win. I'm going to pick Social Network because I picked it a long time ago and I'm kind of stuck with it now. And I'm a woman of my word, damn it. But I also think it is so much of our time. And as Ben mentioned, they're trying to get younger, they're trying to get hipper. I don't know if this is necessarily a calculated kind of group think of, oh, we need to be young and hip and pick Social Network. It's just, it's a better movie, and it is not as safe as The King's Speech. The King's Speech is just too safe and too calculated, and so I'm going to go with Social Network.
You know,
still.
when I saw the King's Speech at Telluride, and I've heard it true at other places people came out of the King's Speech and they said things like, man, that's what a movie's supposed to be. There was just that sense, even though it is safe, there's just that feeling that people came out of that movie and they thought, man, that's what a movie's supposed to be. And I think that's what caused that sort of surge to move past Social Network, even though I sort of agree with everything you said. But man, Vegas never wrong.
Can't dispute Vegas.
Well, and I think there's a couple other things. I mean, let's be clear. They're both I think, excellent movies, and I think either of them, and really almost all of the nominees, I think, are really worthy winners this year. There's nothing that really stands out that you're looking at, like, say,
come
a
on.
Crash, where it's like, oh God, how
Crash.
did that get nominated?
Crash.
Right?
Even Crash makes sense though when you look at like the actors or the biggest voting.
But that's
they gave
and
the
that's the
Oscar
point
to
I'm making is I
best
think that
after-school special.
the actors
With
are
car
a very
accidents
large
and
the actors are a
burping.
very large constituency, and they're going to like the actors movie, which is The King's Speech, not so much The Social Network. There's
true.
no standout performances there.
Everyone stands out in the Social Network. Andrew Garfield, who did not even get nominated, is completely great. Jesse Eisenberg has the hardest job because he's an inherently unlikable guy, but you're still fascinated about what he's going to do next.
True, but the obvious performances are in The King's Speech.
And-
That's the one to
and-
easily
and-
point
And
to.
SAG gave its award to The King's Speech.
Right, and the DGA went to Tom Hooper, and DGA is a really good predictor of what's going to happen at the Oscars. I know that. I know.
And by the way, come on, really, the kids are all right? I mean, like that's not going to win. Come on.
This is-
Toy
yeah.
Story 3, please. Please. When you said they're all worthy.
This is why you have
Toy
10
Story 3 is a
nominees now.
fantastic movie.
It is.
You
Look,
know,
I made it 3 on my list of the top 10 movies of the year. I didn't even
right.
see it.
But you know, I'm
That's
glad you
how
brought
good
up
it is.
directors
That's
because
how
I
great it
actually
was.
think are we doing our directors?
Want to do
Yeah,
directors
let's do
now?
Predictions,
directors.
because-
By the way, so if you want to bet $250 to win 100, I mean, you can bet 100 to win 250 if you want to go to Vegas, make a little money off your social network. Bet.
There you go.